Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to video number 5 in our series on large cent, small cent. And this time we're going to look at the Bahamas, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, or the Bahama Islands. The coins say different things on them over the course of time. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was sometimes we have a large cent and a small cent. Sometimes we have some in the middle. And then sometimes they actually make them thinner. And so if we look at these 4 Bahamas cents, we see this one's wider or much thicker. This is a little less thick. This is very thin, and this is also very thin. So what the Bahamas did was not only did they make their coins smaller, but they also made their coins thinner. And as we look through them, we'll see that. And we're going to start with this one here on the far left, and that is the 1966 1-cent coin from the Bahamas. Now, this is the first year that the Bahamas embraced decimalization. So the Bahamas pound went to the Bahamas dollar in 1966, and they made 100 cents equal a dollar. So some of you who know the history of British coins say, hey, wait a second, Britain didn't do this until 1971. Yeah, a number of the other countries did it earlier. Australia, New Zealand, the Bahamas, all went to decimalization before the United Kingdom did. So this is 1 cent. There's a starfish here. There's a dot on either side. And then down at the bottom, we see the year 1966. We see a beaded outer rim. And if we tip it up, we see it has a smooth edge. This coin here has Queen Elizabeth II on it, the Arnold Machin portrait. So Arnold Machin was the engraver of this, and we see she's wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It says Elizabeth II, Bahama Islands. This is a nickel brass coin, and here's the cool thing about it. There was 77.3 million of them made. So the Bahamas is a small country, but they made 7.3 million when they started this. Arnold Machin also engraved the back. So this is the first coin that I know of that Arnold Machin did the front and the back. So when we look at this coin, this actually comes through to modern times. So Arnold Machin's engraving still survives today on the Bahamas 1-cent coins. Again, this was nickel brass and was made from 1966 to 1969. The next coin we have was made from 1974 to 1985. Again, it's 1 cent, the Arnold Machin starfish on the back. And this coin was nickel brass also. And we see that they changed the back completely. They took the queen off. So Queen Elizabeth II is no longer on here, and it's changed to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And the Commonwealth of the Bahamas shield here, and then we see the fish and the flamingo, and up here we see a crown, and down here we see a ship, and this says underneath here, Commonwealth of the Bahamas, forward, upward, and onward together. And of course it's 1984. Well, this one is smaller. You can tell it's a little bit smaller, right? And it's also made of brass rather than nickel brass, and it's also thinner. So they made 8 to 10 million of these. We don't have great numbers from the Bahamas. And so this is the first of the series from 1974 to 1985. They changed it and took the queen off. Next in the series, we have the thin one. And this one is about the same size as the prior one, but it's much thinner. So this coin here, another Arnold Machin 1 cent, starfish on the back, was made, this is the 1995 version, and I'm not sure why they made it thinner, but they certainly did. And it weighs 2.5 grams, and it was made from 1985 to 2004. Again, starfish, Commonwealth of Bahamas seal. And then finally we have the modern day one, and that is really tiny. So if we stack them up in order, we see that we went small, small, smaller. Now this one here, one of the things I looked at was where did the size of this coin come from? Because it's not the size of any other coins or many other coins that I know. So I looked at it and I said, well, it's about as big as a US nickel, and it's not. It's bigger than a nickel. I said it's as big as a US quarter, and nope, the quarter is way bigger. And then I found one that's the same exact size. The British pound coin is the same size as this Bahamas 1 cent coin. So they started about the same, it's wider, of course, and doesn't have the reeded edge and the inscription. But so this coin here is a very funny coin, and you won't find many of the same size. The only one I've found so far is the British £1 coin. And this coin here is also one of the smallest coins that I've seen. And if we look at this one, it only weighs 1.7 grams. So it's about a little bit more than 1/3 the weight of this one. And it also is only 17 millimeters in diameter. It's a copper plated steel. And I should mention this one was a copper plated zinc, copper plated steel. So they went from nickel brass to copper plated zinc to copper plated steel. So these ones will be magnetic also. And this coin was made, it's a 2014 coin, but they actually made this from 2014 through 2015, and then they shifted to another coin, another small coin. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Thanks for watching our channel, and we'd love to have you subscribe and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.